Hello and welcome back to Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2. So, we have a couple of things to clear up since last time because we had a whole bunch of stuff happen and we need to just kind of settle down. So, the guy who I killed, which was a little bit odd. I think the way that we did it in order in the game mechanics didn't make sense, but in a, more narrative, top-down sense, it might have made a little bit more sense. But anyway, we got some dishonor for it, and the reason we got some dishonor was because it was meant to be a kind of test of skill kind of duel, where we were just showing we were better than him, and we took it a step further. I think we're going to keep it for just now. I mean, it's not really that much of a negative. It's like -1 diplomacy, -10 general opinion, and some piety. It really isn't going to matter at this point. Other things we need to look at: the Riverlands and our daughter Calla. Basically, our daughter Calla was married to Bittersteel. She is no longer married to Bittersteel. I propose she should remarry Bittersteel because she was married to Bittersteel, was kidnapped, forced to be a concubine to this pirate lord, and now she has been, now she's been freed. I think we should... I don't think her marriage would ever have actually been annulled outside of the game. If this was to, say, happen in the universe of Game of Thrones, or A Song of Ice and Fire, however you want to describe it, in the history of Westeros, basically, I think she would probably still be the wife of Aegon Bittersteel. I think that's reasonable, and we are going to propose that happen again. So, where is it? Arranged marriage. Calla. You. No. You will not consider offers from infidels. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So maybe we'll take it like this. He's an angry man, he's envious, he's rude. Maybe he's like, I don't want your daughter now that she has been spoiled by this pirate lord, go away with you. Maybe that's the way he's acting. Maybe he's ambitious, maybe he wants the throne. He doesn't necessarily want a connection with, he doesn't want more inter-ties with us. He wants to create his own line and have it control the throne, rather than, trying to get some legitimacy from the Blackfyre line. I don't know. Maybe that's the way he's going. But we're going to have to live with that. And that means that we're going to need to find someone else for Calla to marry. Do we have any other sons who aren't married? So we have Daemon, who is currently doing something. I forget what he was doing. Did we send him off somewhere, or was that one of the... I did not mean to click on that. I meant to click on the face. One of these guys we sent off some... Alright, it was Aerion we sent off and he went to Castle Black. Daemon hasn't done anything. These two are both married or betrothed and often doing their own thing. Hagen needs something to happen to him. Basically, the reason I'm looking at this is because another thing that was suggested was that we need to possibly get ties with the Reach in the north. Because we don't no longer have ties. In fact, we probably need to get more ties with the Riverlands now that we lost our first daughter. So that's something we want to be doing. Now, these guys are also Faith the Seven, but I want to see if they have the same negative. So if we were to offer, say, Calla here, say Calla to you, will not consider offers from infidels. Okay, so they're just never going to accept marriage, like an intermarriage thing here. That's interesting. That would imply to me that we want to get more alliances with people who, say, are the same religion or are not going to call us infidels, That would seem like we want to do, or we want to get some conversions going. So, what do we don't have a red priest yet either, do we? No. So let's go and see if we can find a red priest who isn't doing anything. Red priest. Because we need to get some conversions going on. There's a whole bunch of red priests. What are we looking for? Well, probably just high learning. We're looking for the best red priest who is currently not doing anything. So, Morelio is a courtier in Berelos. She's a red priest. Fire obsessed. Okay. Greedy, patient, trusting, humble. Is that who we'd want? Wait, is there one who's in one of Tyrosha's provinces? That would make some sense. I'm just seeing what they're called. Tyroshi Landing, Disputed Pennon, Veos Pains, Kylos. And I know that Tyrosha is not that religion. But I was just seeing if there's anyone over... That's not one. Yeah, there's not. If there was anybody over there, maybe that would be an idea. But it doesn't look... I'm just going to do a quick kind of scan and see if we've noticed anyone in particular. I don't see anyone jumping out at me. I may have missed one, but... Oh my god, there's a whole bunch of red priests. We'll go a little bit quicker. Oh, disputed... No, that wasn't it. Nope. Trust me, I'm trying to read these. Nope, doesn't look like anywhere in Tyrosh, so there's none that's going to make that much sense for us to get over. So how about we say, just extrapolating it, someone over there has, is sent us a priest to do stuff, to be our priest. Like, they've heard that we have converted and has sent us a person. Okay, so she will come. She's the best one available. We'll take her. Right, we do have unlanded sons, and some people have suggested maybe we should land them. Well, here's my current plan, right? My current kind of out of character plan is we're going to start taking over different parts of the world. I think we're going to take over a large chunk of the world. And what we're going to do is we're probably going to give that to our sons as we go along, and that would seem like a sensible idea. So, if we're going to try and create alliances with these Rylor people here, right? A potential idea would be to create, to try and maybe go for Bravos, Loroth, you know, that kind of top half of Essos, and maybe go down into the Summer Islands, and then, you know, surround them, basically. Then eventually they may just join us, we may kind of absorb them. So, let's see what we're going for. We can righteously imprison a couple of people, just double checking we have nothing else that we're rushing to look at. I don't think we are. We also have a lot of favors. Oh, who do we have favors with? Maybe we're able to get a marriage that way. We have favors with Shiera Seastar Targaryen. She is married to Aegon. Okay. Mara of Dorne, who, her husband is dead. We could potentially get a marriage going on there. She is currently the sister of the current person in charge of Dorne, who is, of course, married to our half-sister. I'm not sure we could do that. We can maybe get a marriage of one of her children. Wait. Rhaegal, Maker. I just noticed something here. Okay, so that's who she is. She is the mother of all of these, of all of the people who we just usurped, and Darian Targaryen, as he would be. Okay, so that would explain it. Elena Targaryen, similar situation, right? Yes, similar situation. Sibling was Darian. Yeah. Okay. Othar Arryn is currently in Castle Black, so we've got nothing we can do with him. We have Donald Arryn, who we really don't want to associate with the Arryns too much. We've taken them out of power several times now. In fact, do any of them actually have any power? Jasper is currently in charge of Giant's Lands. Okay. But he's in a oh no, he's in the same line, he's just further down. Okay. And we also have Maya Rivers and Gwyneth Targaryen. So we don't actually have any marriages we could get out of that, but it was worth looking into. I think what we should do is we should probably wait a couple of days and then see what else happens. We'd also hold a tourney. It's almost about time to get one of those done. And let's just see what happens. So, Lord Paramount Alvin of the Iron Islands has agreed to the demands of elective monarchy faction. The succession law has been changed in the Iron Islands. I see. So that'll mean that they now have the King's Moot in the Iron Islands, if I have got the terminology correct. So who is the next? It'll be interesting to keep an eye on the next heir, because I assume that'll be the Iron Islands heir it will show us, right? And it won't just show us, you know, his next heir. I think that's right, anyway. Your Grace, I humbly ask that you intervene on my behalf against the aggression of Lord Aaron Fowler, who has invaded my lands in obvious contravention to the peace of the realm. I will be eternally grateful for your support in the matter. Yours, Lord Dezel of House Fowler. Okay, so Arrow the Shadow, we don't like, and Dezel of Princess Pass, we're kind of okay with. So I guess we would tell him to stop. Okay, so contravention of peace of the realm. So, does he have a claim? He has a strong claim on the High Lordship of Princess Pass. He is a sibling of this person, the younger sibling. I would suggest that we would probably just stay out of it. Let the Dornish issues be the Dornish issues. Also, we should probably check that we have everybody under the correct things here. Dorne probably desires some things here. Yeah, they want control of the High Lordship of Princess Pass, which we will 100% give you. If we can. So Planky Town, you probably want. That's in your realm. Yeah, and then Princess Pass, I don't think we can give because he's currently at war. We could give him King's Grove, but I don't think that's right. That's the only other one he wants is Princess Pass. Okay, the Reach. Let's have a look at how you're set up. You're very happy. You don't want any things. You want to see it on the council, but you're not really mad about it. Stormlands. You're not really mad about anything. Westerlands. You want control of the High Lordship of the Golden Tooth. You can definitely have that. Just a little bit of vassal management. Sometimes they don't always go back underneath once you're finished. Like once you've done some of these mega wars. I believe that's the term that they use. The Vale, what do you want? Nothing, and the North. You also want nothing, right? Yeah, you also want nothing. Cool, we'll wait another couple of months. Lots of people joining our court. Oh, I forgot about our daughter's children. So our granddaughter, we can plot to rescue from prison. When we don't have a lot of plot power, is there any way that we can just ask for her back? So it's imprisoned by the Pirate Lord Marilyn of Sunstone. So let's go find him. Pirate Lord Marilyn of Sunstone. Bloodstone, Sunstone. There you go. I would like to... Can I not get my child back? Was there not like a pay for prisoner release thing? We could declare war for anti-piracy. I mean, that's kind of something we might want to do as well. Maybe get rid this bit of piracy a little bit. So we can't get that daughter back. How about the other daughter? Oris Kithen. We can't invite her to court. So there's not really anything we can do to get them back, except for maybe, you know, actually declare a war. And then get them as prisoners. Which is a possibility. Also, the Red Priest arrived at our court, or Red Priestess, I should say. There we go, we'll have her, and she can go convert. Now, where do we want her to convert? We currently, in King's Landing. Let's have a look at who we've got around here. Are these people... I'm just thinking, do we have any... Like, they're mostly Faith of the Seven, right? Like, I don't think we converted very much when we converted, because we didn't even convert most of our children. Like, did we convert even the younger children? No. So nobody's... Wait, how about the really young child? No, nobody's really been converted. So what we might want to do is we'll get you to go and convert in King's Landing. That'll hopefully convert our family, hopefully convert some of the people, like some of the Lord Paramounts who are hanging around, you know, get that conversion train going. Also, Master of Arms. If Bittersteel over there has decided that he is not going to have our daughter as his wife, we will have a new Master of Arms. Probably not going to put the Lord of the Kingsguard on it. Bertrand seems like an okay choice, but he's already in charge of the Gold Cloaks. How about the how about Arian Baratheon? That seems like a good choice. He's like a Lord Paramount. He wants to be on the council. I thought we had him as an advisor, but maybe we do have him as an advisor, and this will take him off. Anyway, he can do that. Do we need him to train children? Not really. We're kind of at the point where we don't need them to train children. Do we need any men, though? Not really either. I guess we'll get you to train children. Although he does increase our levy size by a reasonable amount, actually. We'll get him to train children. There we go. Might as well. We have a lot of children in King's Landing, so if he's not our children, he can still do it. Right. And then my council, we do have some advisor slots free and Master of Ships. So let's get this sorted. We probably want to give our new Lord Paramount slot. So, the North. You can have a slot. Where is it? The Reach, you can have a slot. And the Westerlands can have the Master of Ships. There we go. That works out. We have a nice council. It's all very much made. Are there any laws we want to change while we're at it? Just because we just changed our council to people who like us. Slavery illegal. Seems fine. Controlled realm inheritance seems fine. Faith authority. So we can say that we could lower the faith in the realm. Okay, so the High Septon cannot withhold blessing of his liege's rule. Faith is barred from arming or holding lands. Secular lieges can appoint septums. But we could go up, and that. So this only affects the High Septum. Is this naturally like a religious thing? Like this kingdom? I'm trying to figure out, because it all talks about high septums, but I'm wondering whether it will affect our Rylor thing. Also, what can we do with them? Absolutely nothing. We can request people be excommunicated if we have religious authority. Okay. So we might want to lower faith authority right now, and that would probably be good for us. Realm authority. What would this do? This would give us more taxes for less opinion, or less taxes for more opinion. Okay. Obligations, don't need to worry about that. And here, council power, I think we're fine with where it is. Titles and offices, I think ruler's fine for all. Okay. So the one that I want to change is faith authority. I think we should change it to minimum. And the reason we should change it to minimum is so that if it says it affects the high septum. This is what I'm basing all my stuff on. If it is not affecting the high septum, then we'll change it later. But it very much says high septum on the law, so we'll trust it. It could just be saying high septum because it's suggesting that would be the only time when you would actually be changing anything with it. Like when you're at this level. There we go. High septum cannot withhold blessing of his liege's rule. Faith is barred from arming or holding lands. Secular lieges can appoint septums. We'll wait for the vote to go through. I think it had enough support. We may need to do some trickery there. I think we hold attorney, then we go off and start working out how we're going to attack other places. So, let's hold our attorney. Wow, that lagged a little bit. I think it's because of the number of known plots. Yeah, when I clicked on known plots tab, it definitely lagged a significant amount. Okay, so let's hold attorney. The ravens are ready to be sent forth, notifying all knights and lords alike of the tourney of King's Landing. How big shall this tourney be? Well, obviously a grand tourney for all the realm, right? What's the point otherwise? And we'll set this up. And we'll let time move forward so this Riverlands war might ever end. Morelia shows every sign of being infatuated with Prince Olvar. She follows him everywhere and Olvar is equally smitten. So our daughter, who is betrothed to Aemon, our son, is showing signs of favouring Prince Olvar. Okay, what would we do about this? I suspect we would have to put a stop to it, right? Yeah, we would probably have to put a stop to it. Because we want to keep good relations with our son. Yeah, and they are about to marry in the next year. So we'll put a stop to that. It is time to let the tournament begin, and for the next 2 months, let all show their martial brilliance. This is the time. Right, some people are being imprisoned all over, it doesn't really matter. I watched my courtier Arian at play with another child yesterday and noticed that he didn't want to share any of his toys. Well, he's one of the he's one of the children of Maekar. We probably want to, keep him down. We probably don't want to have him be greedy, because having him be greedy means that he might want titles, if we put it that way, outside of game mechanics, obviously. So we probably want to give him a lecture on charity. Yeah. Young Arian is developing an arbitrary streak. It's showing more clearly every day. So we can teach him to be brave, or we can just let him be arbitrary. We'll let him do his own thing. There we go. Right. Every time my courtier Marteris meets a stranger, he looks like he might faint. Lad is just a bit shy. You know what? We'll let him be shy. Being shy is good. Means that he's not going to make a lot of friends. He's not going to get a lot of alliances. That'll be a logic that we'll go with there. The first day's jousting is complete, with many lesser riders having already been eliminated from the competition. Now, over the coming days, the remaining men shall compete in the final list, tilting until only one champion remains. So I can say fine jousters, all of them, and say the following people made the final list, or I will watch every tilt. Okay. Formative the results of the matchups in the final round. I think we'll just say fine jousters, all of them, because it's a ton of people. But here are the people who got through. Just looking for people we know. So, Prince Aegon, our son. Summer Westerlings. Bertrand Crackall. The others, I think, we may have interacted with already in this campaign. The Conningtons, definitely. I think that includes, I think one of them is probably a Lord Commander, right? Could be, I don't know. We also have, nobody else is jumping out at me, but I'm sure some of you will notice. Oh, Sir Morm and Sir Robert are probably our Kingsguard, I would imagine, right? If we let this lag and open the white book, there we go. Sir Robert and Sir Morm, there we go. Yep, that's fine. Fine jousters, all of them. And I think we're going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.